Your management nika inakupea torture.
If this was an issue, why did she never come out months ago and said anything?
And I'm still a youth. I just nataka vitu zimove. Sitaki zimove haraka, but nataka tu nijione niko on the move. Mse ananyamaza.
But if you just say, oh, let me put this song out in a month or a few weeks, with no plan behind it, how is it going to reach its full maximum potential?
Mse abongi ni kunyamaza tu, we will see, we will know, we will do.
You wonder, like, it must be some type of outside force controlling this artist.
Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Rick. I have a company named Digital Underground Africa. Yeah, it's digital marketing, artist management, brand development, investing in artists. Like, I do everything, basically.
When did you start?
I would say 2016. I started in America. My niece, she actually does music. So me, my niece, and my sister, we started like a company. It had a different name before. And maybe like a few years later, my sister died. So we kind of like, stopped doing music and everything. And that was around 2019. And maybe like the next year, I came to Kenya, and I really didn't know any artists from Kenya. So when I was checking out the music industry, I realized it's a lot of talent here also. So I just decided to, see, like, try to, invest in artists and see, like, where it goes. I had a different company when I was in America. So I just kind of started my own thing. After my sister died, we was all partners. Me, my sister, my niece. It was like a family thing. We was partners. Once my sister passed away, my niece, she stopped doing music because, her mother just died, and she didn't really want to keep going at that moment. So I just said to myself, I'll just start my own thing, since I'm here. I see a lot of artists that here in Kenya that are talented, but they have no outlet, like nobody to actually help them progress in their career. So I felt like, maybe that could be a opportunity for people to showcase their talent.
For an artist to be signed by Digital Underground Africa, what do you look for? Like, what should the artist have?
Honestly, most people, they always say talent, but I don't go by talent, because when you're blinded by an artist's talent, you don't know who the artist is. So I get to know the person behind the image first before I say, let me invest all my money into this person. Because if you invest your money into a person and you make the mistake of, you don't know who this person is, then you could lose all your money.
It's a bad investment,
Exactly.
So why exactly Kenya? Because, Africa is huge. And why did you decide to tap into the African market?
Well, I chose Kenya because I feel like it has a lot of potential to grow. I feel like, Nigeria is already there. South Africa is already there. So I feel like, because this is one of the few countries in Africa that actually speaks English. That you can actually have a market outside of Kenya. So that's why I chose to kind of, just try to see what I can do in this market.
Coming to Kenya, do you have somebody connecting you, like, because the logistics of just coming into a country, you have to learn how things work. How was it for you to transition in Kenya? The culture, etc.
For me, I always just I take a lot of risk. Like, I don't try to, I do my research before I come, but it's not something that I like just try to say, oh, let me try to contact this person or get in contact with this person. I just try to figure everything out on my own. So I come here, I walk around, I go around, I try to, learn different things, meet people, like, that's what I do. I'm not a stranger to traveling or going to different places. I've been to a lot of different places. So for me, it's just, just getting out there, putting myself out there to learn on my own.
Kweli kabisa. So how many artists are you currently working with here in Kenya?
Currently, right now, I'm working with only one artist.
One artist.
That's it. I try. What I wanted to do is, I had this idea. Okay, I had an idea. Well, Okay, if you look at the industry in Kenya, if you look at female artists, for example, you can't count 5 female artists in the same genre that's actually actively doing something in music. You can't. So I had this idea. My business mind came in. I said, okay, why don't I at least find at least 2 female artists that are good, that can actually do something in the industry, because that market is not there. So I said, okay, let me try that lane. But what I realized is that females, they feel like every female is their competition. It could be this female from this genre and another genre, but they still feel like because I'm a female, I'm your competition. Some don't like each other. It's just a lot of drama when it comes to stuff like that.
You're only managing only one artist, right?
Yes.
So who's the artist and why that artist?
All right. Mwende. Her name is Mwende.
Mwende.
Yeah.
Dina utulu etenge watu gesendo numeba nekoloketa kativoi avai ai.
The reason why I chose her is because she's multi-talented. Like, she's a dancer, she's a rapper, but not only that, she has a parent that's actively involved in her music career and her life. You know, she doesn't do alcohol, doesn't drink alcohol, doesn't smoke, doesn't go to clubs, don't hang. Like, she's not that type of drama person. So I felt like for me that would be easier to handle versus an artist that don't really listen. You know, they like to drink, they like to smoke, they like to party. Like,
are you talking about Alma, about drinking and smoking?
What I didn't want to do is come here and put nobody's business out. I don't want to bash nobody because I want everybody to eat. You know, everybody to make money, everybody to make music. So I don't want to put nobody's business out there. But what I would say is that sometimes I feel like they're not themselves. And the reason why they're not themselves is because it could be whatever's going on in their life, whatever they're doing in their life, or something else. I don't know. But it's a lot of things that I could say to put somebody down. But I'm not going to do that. I just want to come here and actually tell the truth.
So what's the truth?
Okay. The truth is this, right?
Yeah.
I met her, I'll say about maybe January 2021. At that point, she was already in a contract with another company.
Yeah.
That company didn't want to release her music. They wanted to hold her music. So from January to April, they said, we're going to hold your music for 3 months. We don't want to release anything. We're keeping this music. I'm the one that had to get her out of that situation, me. So if anybody do their research, you go to her page and you see a video that came out in April. If you do the math, from January to April, that's 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
The company held her music for 3 months. So the first video didn't come out until 3 months later. Okay. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm moving too fast. So, okay. Before that, this artist has been doing music for almost 2 years before I even met them. So it wasn't like she was a brand new artist. But when I came in contact with her, if you check her page, like I said, everybody could do their research. The highest viewed video was almost like 30K or under 30K. And that's because a bigger artist was in the video. You could check. So 2 years after making music, nothing was really moving for this artist. And anybody could check it. Then when I came along, the last video that she uploaded was 8 months prior. 8 months. So me, I didn't give her a shot because I thought she was just a super talented artist. I gave her an opportunity because I felt like, you know, all right, being a female artist, number one, is hard in the industry, period. Number two, because this artist is a part of that community. That's another thing that's hard also. And everybody knows that in this country. So I said my niece that I was doing music with prior to her, she's a part of that community also. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give this artist a shot because her peers that she was making music with, they all passed her. If you look that whoever she did music with in the past, they have gotten record deals, they have gotten managers, and they all passed her musically. So I said, why not me give her a shot and try to help her progress in her career? Okay, so that's when I said, okay, January, the company was holding her music. I didn't hear nobody say anything about that, but trying to make me seem like I'm the bad guy, right? So now the April comes around, the first video comes out. That video, I think in the first month it had like 200,000 streams. It was doing well. After that, I said to myself, you know, because I felt like I was working with a brand new artist still. Even though she was making music for 2 years, it still was like she was a brand new artist because she didn't have the numbers like that. Like her YouTube videos the streams wasn't there. Spotify, Apple Music, everything had less than 500 streams. So the video comes out. I said to myself, and as a matter of fact, I paid for that video. I paid for everything. The marketing, I did the marketing. I paid for the video, everything. The clothes, everything. Okay, so after that, I said, since this music video is doing well, why not get a bigger artist on a song that you have so it could kind of take you somewhere? So I called the manager of this artist, and I'm sure they would know who I'm talking about. I called the manager of this artist. I said, I have an artist. You know, I want your artist to do a song with my artist. What's the cost of the feature? They told me $30K. I said, okay. I paid it. Now, what I did was I got a feature with the biggest artist of 2021 in Kenya. So anybody with a brain can know who that is.
Yeah.
Okay. What I said to myself is this: since this artist has 200,000 followers and you have 6,000 followers at the time, I don't want that artist to overshadow you on your own song.
Yeah.
Because I seen that same exact artist do a song with another artist that had like 1,000 followers, and that bigger artist is performing his song in the club. So now, why would I put my artist out there so he could overshadow her on the song?
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? And we both agreed. I said, let's build you as an artist first, so you can get a fan base. That way, when we put out the song with him, it won't be like he's the reason why you blown up. So I said, okay, let's put out another video. So the next video is like a month later. Maybe like a month and some change later. It came out June. You can see it on YouTube. It came out in June. It does decent, but it doesn't do better than the first video. At that point, I said, you know what? Since we put out 2 videos back to back. Why not let these videos run so people could get used to them?
Give them another one. Exactly,
and then come back and get another one. So June to August, that's 2 months. We did 5 songs. I paid for the studio time, everything. 5 months. 5 songs. So we decided, out of those 5 songs, No DNA was the best song. There's a song that she put out called No DNA. It came out in December. That was in August. September, the next, I would say a few weeks later, we decided we wanted to shoot a video for that song. Okay, this is where the friction comes in. As a matter of fact, in September, she was here.
Yeah.
And I was here with her.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you asked her was, is it hard for female artists?
Yeah.
Her answer was no, it's not. It's not hard for female artists.
At that time, did you already have Mwende in the picture? Or it
No,
was-
that's where it's going to come in.
Okay.
Okay, so in September, we decided we wanted to shoot a video for No DNA.
No DNA, yeah.
Okay, so I go to the director. You know, I plan out, okay, I said to the director, this is what she wants in the video. She wants these different things in the video. He said he'll do everything for 80K. Just give me half up front, and then when the video's done, give me another half. So I put down the 40K. The director, and then when I put down the 40K, she says, send me some videos that the director shot before, like with other artists. I sent her the video. She said, no, I don't want to do the videos. And I'm like, why don't you want to do the video? She said, none of the videos that he shot is over 100K. And I'm like, that's a dumb reason not to do a video. You know, the director doesn't determine how many numbers you get. You know, so I'm like, why wouldn't you do the video? Oh, I don't think it's good. None of his videos over 100K. And mind you, I already put down my money. And she agreed to it. We both agreed to it.
Yeah.
So I go back to the director and I say, you know, she doesn't want this. The director said, okay. And this is the same week we're about to shoot the video. She said, okay, well, if you don't want this, then you have to come up with your own light crew, your own food, your own everything, basically. Because he was going to do everything for 80K.
Yeah.
So I said, if I come with my own director, I'm going to pay more money. My own light crew, I got to pay more money.
Yeah.
Like everything, more money. So I said, I'm going to cancel it. I told him I'll just cancel the video. Because it's like everything is last minute. I can't really, you know, do anything about it. So my 40K is gone. Because he already used the money to try to set up the sets and everything. Exactly. So my money was lost. Remind you, at this point, that's in September. At this point, I'm not even making any money from this artist. I'm investing money, but I'm not making any money.
Yeah.
So at that point, that's when I was like, man, honestly, mentally, I was done. Because like I said, it was things before that that I didn't mention, that I don't want to tear nobody down. But it's things before that I seen that I didn't like, and it was so many red flags. But I still decided to invest money into this artist. So October comes. Now we decide, okay, let's shoot the video. Because you know what? Even after all of that, I lost my money. I'm not making any money. Oh, as a matter of fact, about a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
When I met her, she was making no money from YouTube. Like none. But this is how real of a person I am. I monetized the channel for her and gave her the channel. Because if anybody know, YouTube is the most streamed platform in Kenya.
Yeah.
And to monetize the channel, you need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours.
Yeah.
She didn't have that. But she was already doing music before that, 2 years before that. Within 2 videos, I monetized the channel. And I gave it to her because I wanted her to make money.
Yeah.
I didn't care about taking. If you hear these artist stories, you'll say, "Oh, they took my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
they took my Instagram.
Yeah,
my Instagram. I didn't do none of that. I gave her the channel. If I was a greedy person, I would just took it. Or if I was a greedy person, I could have said, "Let me start a Vivo channel in your name and put these videos that I paid for on the Vivo channel." But I didn't do it. So October comes around. We do the video. It was either October or November, that time frame. I think it was November. Because at that point, mentally, I was just done. So that's when I met, and I think it was end of September, early October, I met the artist that I'm working with now, Wendy. I seen her maybe like a few months prior. She did a freestyle that I think I sent to you. She did a a freestyle 3 months earlier. That I felt like she was dope. Like I just felt like it was a different vibe from what other artists, female artists, are doing in Kenya. So I met her, and I decided that, man, like I feel like, okay, with this artist that came here and Wende, that would be like a good thing. Like, exactly. So I said, yeah, let's do that. Like and I even told this artist about her at that time.
So Alma knew about Mwende
since last year,
because she said like she never knew like you're working with these new artists. She never knew that there's this new artist you're working with right now.
I told her about this person since last year. She even said to me, oh, so I guess now this is like my music sister. Like, trying to, we all working together. She knew about this person since last year.
Ish.
So, but I told Wendy, I said, we could work together, but I'm already working on a project with Alma. So once that project is done, we could start working together. Okay, so now we do the video for No DNA. I paid for the song. I paid for the video. I paid for the digital marketing. I paid for the influencer marketing. I paid for her to go
like on everything,
PR tour, everything. So she said something about I deleted the song from YouTube. She said that on this interview.
Yeah, she said like you deleted some song maybe from like I think is it Boomplay or this?
Okay, well, yeah, about that. She asked me, can you delete these songs so I can upload my own songs?
So she's the one who requested you to delete the songs.
Exactly. Why would I do? All right, first of all, now I'm talking music business.
Yes.
Okay. The contract that me and her had wasn't even over yet. So if I wanted to be a music business person, I would have just held the songs. Why would I delete them? Think about it.
So right now the contract hasn't even ended.
It wasn't even ended yet. But she wanted to go her way. She wanted to do her own thing. So I said, okay, do your own thing.
Do your own thing, yeah.
So I gave her music. Anything, everything.
Because part of the interview she said that the challenge was that she comes to the studio and there is really nothing that would happen. Maybe she felt like maybe they were just passing time, etc.
She going to what studio?
So about the studio thing, she said like that you have a studio in your own house.
Yeah.
So you are like calling her like, come to my house, you can record this. And then she was like,
come.
So you are like calling her like, come to my house, you can record this. And then she was like,
come. Yo, I put this on my mother's grave. I did not ever invite her to anywhere where I lived. Why would I do that? For what? What's the reason?
So there was never any studio like in your house and everything.
Look, when recently,
yes,
maybe in the last 3 months, I have put a studio in my house in the last 3 months. So that's March. The last 3 months. I had never seen Alma since December of last year. The last thing I did for Alma was in February when I sent her this show called Turn Up. But like I said, prior to that, I was already checked out. Like I didn't want to do it no more because of the things that were going on before that. So why would I call her? What would be the reason for me calling her to go anywhere to do anything when I'm not even trying to do anything in the first place? Like what would be the reason? That makes no sense. Even this artist that I have now, I'm sending her to studios to record her music. So I don't understand the thing about the studio thing. Like I don't get it.
Now, do you feel like maybe Alma could have been maybe a bit jealous because now probably when you say
bit?
Okay,
that's not a bit. That's
so
a
much,
lot.
a lot more.
You know why?
Yeah.
You know the interview that you did with my artist Wendy.
Yeah.
She comments under the on the YouTube video some negative shit. Why?
She commented.
Yeah.
So, okay, can you like alikomentaje?
Yeah, you
What
can check.
did she say by the?
Something negative. I don't even know. It was something there. Anything that I'm saying, anybody can actually go back and check it and see. and know that I'm not here to lie on nobody. I don't have nothing to sell. I'm not putting out a song next week. I'm not trying to chase clout. Like, people need to understand exactly what goes on in this music
what's
business.
really going on, yeah.
Because
So,
no, go ahead.
so I think Alma is like watching you, like if you can look at the camera and maybe address her, like what can you tell her if she's watching you right now?
Is it possible that maybe you can address her?
Man, honestly, like I said, for me, like, I feel disgusted, man. Like, seriously, like, how could, all right, let's say, for example, right, this camera guy, you gave him an opportunity to be a cameraman. You invested in his cameras, his equipment, everything.
Yes.
2 months later, he turns around, man, F this show. You know, like, how would you feel?
I'll feel very bad.
It's really disgusting.
Exactly.
All right, so do you feel like probably you could have probably maybe, do you feel like maybe you never knew her much better before you signed her in? Or?
Exactly. That was my mistake.
Okay.
That was my only mistake, is that I didn't take my time to understand who the person was. I seen a person that needed an opportunity, that was talented, that I said, let me just do it. And I jumped in, and I didn't take the time to understand who the person was. So, which is why, you know, for example, me and Wendy, right? I knew her since October of last year. We started recording music in March of this year. And the reason why is that's the case is because this situation made me not want to deal with no artist. None. I was completely done. I said to myself, I even told Wendy, I said, I quit. I don't want to be...
You didn't want to work with any
nobody
artist?
Because of this situation. Because, you know, there's a lot of managers or people that want to be managers,
yes,
that don't want to put themselves in this position because this will be the outcome of that situation. That's why they do it. So I understand you have to take your time. Like, all right, for example, you know Don Jazzy.
Yeah.
He has all these artists that have been around him for a year or 2 years before they even put out one song. It's a reason for that. Because you have to develop the artist before you put them out there to the public. So things like this won't happen. But if you just throw them out there, you don't know who they are, the music is not 100% great, then artists have to look at themselves as a business, which they don't. They just feel like, okay, I love music, I'm doing music, but they don't know the other side of the music, which is the business. If you don't know the business, those are the things you're gonna do. You're gonna rush your process. You're not supposed to rush your process. If you come out with a business idea today, oh, this new microphone, I want to make this new microphone. You're not gonna try to put it out the next month. Yeah, you're gonna try to come out with a business plan, creative ideas to sell the mic. Etc. to make sure that this thing actually sells.
Alma, when is the next release? Na ukiuliza manager yako hadi anakublue tick, msi anakugray for die.
Anakulenga.
But if you just say, oh, let me put this song out in a month or a few weeks with no plan behind it, how is it going to reach its full maximum potential? How?
So basically, the way I'm understanding you is that you felt a bit rushed with the artist herself. Like,
I did.
In terms of logistics of what comes out and etc.
Exactly.
So at this point, do you feel like maybe you'll continue with the artist management, or maybe you're going to come up with a different strategy?
As far as artist management, I only have one artist. And I don't know if I'm going to get another artist. I would want to, but I don't know. Because when I look at people, I'm not thinking about business. I'm thinking about giving somebody an opportunity, a shot to do something that they love, that nobody else is doing for them. So I said, that's what I want to do. But a lot of people take advantage of that. They take advantage of people that, you know, they feel like are easy targets. I think that's why she came here and even said that, because she felt like I wasn't going to come here and say anything. Like I'm an easy target. These guys that was holding her music for 3 months, why she never came out publicly and said anything about them? These.
Do you feel like maybe she might be young? Probably she wants to do alternative stuff just to provoke you, maybe to poke you, so that you can.
I don't think it's to provoke me. I think it's more of because she's coming out with her music. See, this is the thing. If this was an issue, why did she never come out months ago and said anything? Why do you wait till you drop a song to now come out and say these things? Why? It wouldn't make any sense.
So you do feel like she's trying to promote her new song?
That's what it is.
All right.
So I see it as entertainment. It's all entertainment. Like, everybody that comes out with a song, the next day they chasing Clout and like it's like. And for the new artist that's watching this, artists that's coming up in the music industry, you don't have to chase Clout to sell records. I repeat, you do not have to chase Clout to sell your music. Because if you chase Clout to sell your music, you're going to always have to chase Clout to sell your music.
True.
Learn how to market your music other than chasing Clout. Because at that point, you don't have to always be doing some clown shit on the internet for streams and likes and sympathy. You don't have to do it. That's what I want people to know.
Well. That's some nice.
Maybe one day Alma might want to come back, maybe to you, and maybe to be managed by you. Would you agree with that?
No. And the reason why is because that's not a real person. You gotta understand. If, like I gave you the example earlier, if this guy, you help this guy get this position, and he comes out 3 months later and says all these things, all these negative things about you, why did he never come out and say anything positive? When positive things was happening, all the good things was happening, why didn't you purposely come to the podcast and say something positive? Why come up to the podcast purposely to say things negatively?
Yeah, we have had a lot of issues in Kenya whereby the artist blames those kind of typical issues like my manager did this, my manager did that.
Manager. But they don't take accountability for what they do.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Any future plans? Probably maybe handling business differently.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. I still, like I said, because I have a heart, I will always help somebody do something. I've not even just her. I helped a lot of artists, even here, that I don't even work with. I helped them do something, even if it had nothing to do with music. If they wanted some food, I gave it to them. If they had needed something in their house, I did it for them. If they needed to do anything, I helped them without asking for anything in return, for nothing. So, I don't look at things from a business perspective, even though people might say, man, that's stupid. You should look at it from a business perspective so you won't get hurt in the end. But I'm just too much of a real person to focus on money and, like those things don't mean anything. I'm trying to give somebody an opportunity to change their life or to help them do something in their life. So, man, for YouTube streams, for Clout, like, I understand. I can't understand why somebody would do that for those things. It's not putting any money in your pocket, nothing. But you decide you want to come here and talk negative. For what?
So before you give us your social media, as we wind up, I'm sure there's an artist who's watching you. There's an artist who wants to be managed or maybe who wants to be empowered. Like, how can they reach you? Or is it possible for an artist maybe? Can they reach you and then you can help them?
I always tell artists, like, I'll find you. I'll find you. If you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, you working hard, like, I'll give you. I'll do everything. I'll invest in you. I'll give you a shot. That's just how I am. But the artist has to be prepared to work, because when the artist find a person like me, some artists, when they find a person like me, they want you to do everything, and they just sit back and chill. I'd rather the artist, if I'm going to work, you going to work too. We both are going to make this thing big. Not just me.
Kweli kabisa manze. It was nice having you in studio. How can we reach you? Social media handles?
Social media, my first and last name, Rick __ Roden, RHODEN. Rick __ Roden, RHODEN. That's it.
Kweli kabisa. Kama kawa manze, Kipawa official on TikTok, Kipawa _Kenya on Instagram, Kipawa on YouTube manze. Make sure subscribe na ring the bell nipate kila pahali. Team Icon official. Na tunasemaniaje, asanteni sana. Thank you so much.
Thank you.